Sitting on a front porch in the early morning breeze. Sitting on our front porch, just an old friend and me. Drink a little coffee, read all the local news, talk a little gossip every now and then. Smell that ham cooking in the kitchen, a brand new sunrise in the sky. Sitting on a front porch, minding all your business. What a way to make the day go by.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And good morning and welcome to the front porch. I'm telling you what, just sit down and make yourself at home. And that's what we want you to do. Just sit down and make yourself at home. My name's Kenny Dean, and again, welcome to the front porch. But what do you think? What do you say, Scott? Oh, Scott. Blake. Scott Blake. Heck, he's not over here. He's resting. He's resting, and he needs a lot of rest. Hey, let's go to the lines right now. Would you like to join me? Matthew Reams, good morning, sir.
Hey, Kenny Dean, how are you today?
Man, I'm doing good, but I won't go ahead and say this. I want people to really be concerned about the weather because it's not shaping up good at all. They've already raised it to a category 4. And that's just not good. So I'm just saying.
I agree 100%. And that was one of the things that I wanted to share this morning because y'all have been so gracious to be supporting and promoting the Horse Whisperer event that we've got this Saturday.
Right.
Well, made the decision, Brother Brett Oakes, the pastor there at the Central Coosa Cowboy Church, made the wise decision yesterday. He said they are postponing that event. Good move.
Good move.
And because it's just, I'm going to tell you a couple of reasons. One, of course, is we don't want to risk people being on the road at that point in time and not being able to get home safely or not being in a safe building if the storms come when we're not expecting it. And then two, trying to break a green horse in a metal building during a thunderstorm, probably not the best idea.
No, and a horse whisperer, he just can't whisper during the storm.
It's a little hard to whisper during the storm. That's exactly right. Now, I had just realized last night at church that the horse that they were that they're using was going to be one of my church members' horses.
Mm-hmm.
And I as the mother of the guy whose horse it's going to be, just sat there on the back pew that night and said, "Trust me, that horse needs all the help he can get. So if you do it outside of a thunderstorm, that's a good idea." So, but they did go ahead and set another date, and if you don't mind, I'll share that with you.
Okay, please do.
That is going to be Sunday, April the 6th. The same time, lunch is going to be served from 12 to 2, and the event will be at 2 o'clock. So we're just going to postpone that, and I ask people to spread that word. It is just, we're sorry for any confusion or any inconvenience, but we just think it's the most wise decision.
So it'll be April the 6th, and the time is still 12 to 2, and everything else will be the same.
That's right. So when you get out of church on the 6th of April, we'll be there getting stuff together. Y'all come for a fun Sunday afternoon.
Okay. Good deal. Well, thank you for letting us know that, and again, I commend y'all for making that change because it's just not worth the taking a chance. So thank you for doing that.
Yes, Hey, and I agree. That is just a wise decision. I had somebody yesterday come to me and said, "Hey, I heard that event on the front porch. I've been to it before. I cannot wait." And I said, "Well, you know what? Front porch will be the great avenue to let people know about the change as well."
And we appreciate you letting us be a part of it, because we try to get the word out, but we try to get the word out, especially when people know what they're talking about rather than just hearsay.
That's right. That's right.
Well, buddy, we hearsay that you're doing the morning thought for the day, so we're gonna take a chance and turn it over to you right now. How about that?
Okay. Hey, well, I appreciate it, and I've been looking and talking this week about impactful scriptures, those scriptures that just have made an impact on my life and have a lot behind them. And one of those scriptures that I'm reminded of, frankly, in the book of John, there are what Jesus makes these statements. He makes 7 statements that we call them the 7 I am statements of Christ. To where he makes a bold declaration. Some of those declarations are, some of it are just so very familiar, very blunt, and some of them are more like a parable statement to help you realize it. And this is one that this is one of those. He made the I am statement in John chapter 10. He said, "I am the good shepherd. I know my own sheep, and my own know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, I lay down my life for my sheep." When I think of Jesus being the good shepherd, a good shepherd, hey, he's willing to do whatever it takes for his sheep. He's gonna keep his sheep safe. Frankly, when he moves from pasture to pasture, his sheep are going to go. And of course, I've always thought we've always chuckled at the fact that oftentimes in Scripture, believers are compared to sheep. And that may you think of the fluffy, the white wool, and how beautiful that is, but guys, that's not really much of a compliment, but it's so true. Sheep do things that just do not make sense. A sheep will on its own just make a decision to take off running and go away from the group. They'll just take a wild hare to separate from the rest of the group and go on their own. And then the shepherd had to leave the rest of the sheep to go and find that particular sheep. Or the sheep would decide, rather than going down the path at the rest, it would go down into the thick briars, and then it would go through the difficult. The shepherd would have to go in and have to dig it out and to find it. But nonetheless, the shepherd always came and searched for his sheep. And Jesus said, "I'm the good shepherd." He said, "I know you, and if you are mine, I know you, and you will know me." And I cling to that because, it's like when you go to the school to pick up your kids, when the kids are there, and especially when they're young, when they're in preschool. And my wife used to always go and pick up the kids, and then randomly, I would pop in for some reason to end up taking her place and to go and pick up my children. And when my children turn the corner and they see that it's Dad that's there to pick up the kids, and they're like, "Hey, that's my daddy. That's my dad." And I'm thankful that's the response of my kids, because I am their dad. I don't want them to see the guy that's next to me and say, "Hey, hey, I want to go with that guy, or hey, that's the person that I'm going to go with. No, my kids see me. My kids know me. They're like, I want to go with my dad. That is my dad. Well, you know what? If we're believers in Christ, in his presence, and knowing who he is, we can boldly step forward and we can say, you know what, that is my Savior. And he's the one that I choose to go with. I'm not going to go to the briars like old Johnny Horton song. I'm not going to run through the briars and the brambles, you know. But rather, I'm going to choose to follow Christ because he is the one who is leading me. And I'm confident that even when I struggle and even when I stray, he's going to be there to gently pull me back in the direction that he would have me go. Guys, that's my thought for the day.
Well, let me tell you something. You know, we are like a bunch of sheep. We do run off in the briars and do dumb things, and that's just that's what we do. And what a great comparison this morning. Thank you so much. Thank you for the update on the Horse Whisperer this weekend being moved out to April the 6th. We'll continue to promote that for you. And if you can join us at 8:20, would be gracious. If you're tied up, we understand.
That is my plan. I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you again for getting our day started.
All right. Thank you, Kenny. Y'all have a great day.
Oh, we will. See you, buddy. Matthew Reams getting us started. Okay, let's talk about the weather. We're starting out at 56 degrees. I hope to hear from Jason Moran. I know he's really tied up with a lot of things going on. I did get this last night. He said Saturday night, early Sunday morning, that's when they're really expecting it. The safe places to go: the basement of the New Site Fire Department, the basement of the Jackson Gap Town Hall, FEMA safe rooms, Camp Hill, Daviston, Hackneville, Union, and Tallahassee. That's the ones we know about right now. It has been raised for our area, a lot of our area, not the entire area, to a level 4. This is not good at all. Tornadoes, damaging winds up to 70 miles per hour, golf ball size hail. So just have a plan. Know where to go. Top floor rooms are not good. If you have a basement, go to it. If you're in a trailer, get out of it. So you'll hear all these. You'll see the time frame for our area is 4 p.m. To 12 a.m. and that's Saturday to Sunday morning. So they've really been on top of this. They're warning us. They're giving us plenty of warning. So if you got events planned, you may want to change them. If it doesn't come, so be it. We've been warned, but if it does come, it's not looking pretty at all. It's 56 degrees outside right now. It's going up to 75. We will have some rain today, some scattered thunderstorms. And then tonight, partly cloudy, 61. Now let's go into the weekend. That's tomorrow, 79 and 64, no slight chance of rain. About an 80% chance of rain on Saturday, 82 for your high and 59 for your low. So it's going to cool things off going into Sunday, 74 and 43. After all this possible bad weather, look at Monday and Tuesday, 69 and 41 and sunny Monday. Tuesday, 78 and 48. It's going to be nice, but this weekend, not looking pretty. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by Ellick City Marine, Cherokee Road.
I'm Jimmy.
Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, located 1881 Goodwater Highway, Sylacauga, Alabama, is one of the fastest growing funeral homes in the area. We are pleased to announce the grand opening of our crematory, an expansion that allows us to offer traditional services as well as cremations starting at $8.99, serving Talladega, Coosa, Clay, Tallapoosa, Elmore, and the surrounding region. That's Zion Memorial Funeral Home and Crematory, 256-245-1454.
I'm Jimmy Goree with Goree's Furniture. We would like to invite you to come shop our huge selection of furniture. But if you don't have time, we have over 2,000 items you can have shipped directly to your home. Go to GoreesFurniture.com, look for 48-hour quick ship. Shop, click, ship, it's just that easy. You can shop us here or you can shop us online, only at Gorey's Furniture.
Your express way to saving.
Tiny Homes by Wind Creek now renting. Sleepy 4, full kitchen, private fishing pond, boat charging station, and pet friendly. Call today, 256-935-9337 or tinyhomesbywindcreek.com. Located in beautiful small town USA, Alexander City, Alabama, on Highway 63 South. Turning into Wind Creek State Park, and there they sit, ready for you to sit on their front porch.
At Russell Medical, we're proud of our exceptional nurses, like Nurse Brandy Worthy. Brandy represents the selfless, compassionate clinical leader patients expect and coworkers admire. Brandy was recently honored with the Nightingale Award for Nursing Excellence for her high standards, sound judgment, and caring manner. Her passion for her profession inspires us all.
Being a nurse is not just what you do, it's who you are. I'm proud to be a part of the nursing team at Russell Medical. We are the link between all hospital services, providing you with exceptional, personalized care.
At Beyond Home Care, we provide in-home care services to individuals needing assistance with activities in their daily lives. We work with each client to provide personalized home care and sitter services. Whether it's assistance with bathing and personal care or an escort to a doctor's appointment, each client receives the individual care they need with the dignity and respect they deserve. Give us a call today at 256-414-6090 or visit us online at beyondhomecareal.com.
The Alex City Parks and Rec Department serves the residents of Alexander City with quality facilities and programs designed to positively affect the lives of the citizens. From youth sports programs to adult activities and our senior center, the Alex City Parks and Rec offers services for all ages. The Cooper Rec Center, Lake Winds Golf Course, and the Senior Activity Center are just some of the great features the Alex City Parks and Rec Department provides for the people of Alex City. For more information on any of our programs, call 256-329-6736.
A1 Lock and Key Service. Owner Bernie Atkinson asked you to keep his number, 256-329-2539, on you at all times. Bernie has a complete locksmith service for auto, business, and residence. He is licensed, bonded, and insured with over 39 years experience. Services include sales, installation, and a 24-hour emergency service. That's what service is all about. 256-329-2539.
Come on back in here and join us right now. I've got a lovely lady out here, Miss Barbara Sokol, but we're going to Jason Moran right now. Good morning, girl.
Thank you.
Hey, buddy. Good morning, Jason Moran.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Kenny Dean. How are you?
Man, we're great, and we thank you for calling in this morning. I know you got some busy days ahead, but I noticed the last email I just got from you from a lot of our area. It's already gone from a level 3 to a level 4. That's not good. And you keep telling us get prepared, so let's get prepared.
Absolutely. April will be 10 years. I've been had the opportunity to do this job.
Oh, wow.
And I've only seen that red color. This may be the third time.
Yes, sir.
So it is concerning. I want everybody to be prepared. Don't be scared, but do be prepared.
Right.
They're talking, we could possibly have supercell development, with thunderstorms and winds of at least 70 miles an hour and large hail. So we can't control what's coming.
Right.
We know something's coming. If Saturday morning is clear and sun shining and no rain. That's going to mean that Saturday afternoon is not going to be, it's going to be worse.
Right.
The better it is Saturday morning. So, with all that being said, we can't stop it. So let's find a way somewhere to get to where something's safe. Have at least 2 reliable ways to get your weather information. Don't depend on a siren for that.
Right.
They're just not there anymore.
Right.
So no weather radio, Tallapoosa Alert, call 256-825-1078 to sign up. I've got a couple people on the agenda today to go to their home to program their NOAA weather radio to make sure it's working properly. Know where you're going to go. The courthouse in Dayville will open. I think that thread starts at 12 on Saturday, so that's probably when the courthouse will open.
Yes, sir.
Actually, no, I'm looking at it now. It's 4 p.m. to 12 a.m., so we'll probably open around 3 o'clock Saturday afternoon. If something changes, we'll adjust that. The basement of New Site Fire Department, the basement of Jackson's Gap Town Hall is open. There's FEMA shelters in Campfield, Daviston, Hackneyville, Union, and Tallahassee.
Yes, sir.
I haven't talked to Mayor Baird yet, but I'm sure he'll do something for the city of Elliott City there. I hadn't, now that I think about it, I hadn't got anything for Elliott City, but I'm sure we'll do something there, and I'll push that out during the day.
Hey, you know,
but all we can do is be prepared and hope for the best, and nobody gets hurt or injured, and or worse. And we can clean up the mess, but we can't make the people, you know. So please heed the alerts. If nothing happens, great.
Right.
If it does, we know we got warnings and some information on the front end.
Well, you know, I'm gonna go back to one thing you just said. Don't be scared. You know what? I'm gonna tell folks, be scared. If that's what it takes to get your attention, to be prepared, be scared, because I don't remember y'all giving us such warning in years, and I hope this, you've been here 10 years, and this is your 10-year anniversary. I hope it's not a memorable one for you in a bad way.
Yeah, I do too. So, but yeah, you don't ever know what's going to happen.
No.
I've seen, you know, back April 19th, 2020, we had graphics like this for that afternoon, and that's when we had the huge hailstorm that morning.
Right.
And so we really need to pay attention. We didn't have anything that afternoon. Come to think of it, on April 19th. So we just know there's going to be a period of some bad weather. We need to be listening and paying attention, and be able to have somewhere to go. If you live in a mobile home, you need to find somewhere to go if there's a tornado warning issue, because they're talking, it could be strong, long-tracking tornadoes on the ground.
Right.
And that's, you know, EF3 or greater. So I've seen a lot of destruction in those 10 years from EF2s and 3s that we've had, or EF2. And you're not going to survive if you're not in the right kind of structure. If you're in a home, stick-built home,
right,
go to the lowest level, center part of the structure, in a room with no windows.
Right.
If you're in a mobile home, I encourage you to go somewhere else. That's not the mobile home, it's the anchoring systems that hold it to the ground.
Right.
So, you know, with all these places being open, a lot of work goes into coordinating that on the front end, and getting those open and setting that up. And, you know, the courthouse, we have to have security, but that's okay. But anyway, find somewhere to go. You don't have to go stay all day, but do pay attention to warnings as they come out, and take heed, and don't wait until it's on top of you to do something. Do something early.
You know, I think about the sick. I think about the elderly. You know, people that are not real mobile to where they can take care of themselves. Let's make sure they're taken care of, and go ahead and start planning for them right now. A lot of times they can't plan for themselves. They're weak or whatever. Let's make sure we get them taken care of too.
That's right. If you got neighbors, family members, check on them early. You know, get them somewhere safe early. You know, if you have a basement and you got a neighborhood and you're the only one with a basement, offer it up.
Right.
have a block party or whatever you need to, just to get people to come. But hopefully,
get the cheese. Get the cheese.
Come out this Sunday morning, and we may have some trees on the ground and leaves to rake up in the yard, and that's it. But that's not what they're forecasted, so we have to react to that.
And to all of our volunteer fire departments, our prayers are in our fire departments, our police departments, our first responders, our prayers go out to you right now, and our linemen. I know I'm leaving some folks out, but our hearts and prayers go out to you. Jason, thank you so much. Now, tomorrow's show will be pre-recorded. Feel free to call in to Kalijah Country 97.5, and we'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and alert the guys here, okay?
Okay, excellent, great.
Best of luck to you. Happy anniversary.
Hey, it's coming in April, so it's not here just yet. But anyway, y'all have a great day. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Oh, boy. This breaks my heart. We'll be right back. The Salvation Army. Let me tell you something. The Salvation Army they'll be the first ones to hit the ground if there's damage around here to help people. That's just what they do. The slogan, doing the most good, well, that's kind of an understatement for what they do. They're located at 6800 US 280.
We are a debt relief agency. We help people file Chapter 7 and Chapter 13 under the Bankruptcy Code.
This is Marcia Mason, your local Lake Martin bankruptcy and Social Security disability attorney. Mason Law Firm is located at 217 Madison Street in Alexander City. Call 256-329-1313 to schedule your appointment today. All initial consultations are free and strictly confidential.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
Central Alabama. This is our home. It's where we work, where we play, where we raise our families and grow old. And in the unfortunate event we become sick with cancer, thanks to UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center, this is where we heal also. We have invested in new technologies and expertise so that now we're able to treat all sorts of cancers and you never have to leave Tallapoosa County. UAB Medicine Russell Medical Cancer Center. Compassionate, convenient, collaborative cancer care right here at home.
Inspired by the bold bison, Southern Union students blaze new trails every single day. They press forward knowing their SU education will lead them to success. Affordable, accessible, and locally unparalleled. Whether you're transitioning to a university or launching straight into a lucrative career, a degree from SU SDC can help you blaze your path. 3 locations, dedicated faculty and staff, endless possibilities. It's all waiting for you at Southern Union. It's time to venture forward. Register today.
Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors is turning it up with some incredible giveaways. 2 VIP tickets to the Morgan Wallen Sand in My Boots Festival and 2 weekend tickets to the Talladega Race. Don't wait. Enter now at calldixie.com. It's fast, easy, and free. Dixie Electric Plumbing, Air, and Garage Doors, bringing you comfort and unforgettable memories since 1908.
Farmers and Merchants Bank of Dadeville is building a foundation of strength and trust in the entire Lake Martin community. With our modern branch in Dadeville and caring, attentive staff, we've established Farmers and Merchants Bank as a reliable friend to your banking needs. Whether it's just a savings or checking account or any commercial, auto, or real estate loan, Farmers has local decision-making to build a relationship with you and your needs. Farmers and Merchants Community Bank. Strength, service, community.
At High Point Insurance Group, we're here for all of life's milestones.
Like when you finally step into your dream home.
And when you drive off in that dream car, we've got you covered.
Or when you hit the water with your new boat.
We're by your side.
High Point Insurance Group.
Protecting you through all of life's high points.
Craving something convenient and delicious? Well, head over to Lake Martin Pizza Company, Highway 63 in Alex City. Lake Martin Pizza on 63 is always serving up mouth-watering pizza made from the freshest ingredients. From classic pepperoni to their signature specials loaded with fresh vegetables and savory meats, there's something for everyone in the whole family. The cozy, heated outdoor dining area is the perfect spot to enjoy a meal together and enjoy live entertainment. Or grab yours to go. Lake Martin Pizza Company on Highway 63, where great food and great times are always just a slice away.
Little leprechaun next to me out here. She's getting all ready for St. Patty's Day out here with Barbara Sokol this morning. I didn't wear any green. Something pinching me. But it's not.
I know, but it's not today. It's not yet. It's just prep for today.
Who started that pinching stuff?
I don't know.
That sounded like something Blake Shaft would have started.
But we've always
good morning.
heard that. But good morning.
Yeah.
My mother always told me, now, all right, it's St. Patrick's Day. You need to wear green.
Yeah.
Her family was Scotch-Irish.
Oh, really?
So she enjoyed,
Wow.
I mean, that was kind of a big deal for her. Well,
Sure.
not a big deal, but we
Was
wore
a big
green.
deal,
You
yeah.
know, I'm not sure about brothers as they got a little bit older, but I always wore green. So
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll put it on today. But Kenny, I wanted to piggyback off of something Jason had
Please
said.
do.
And we want to emphasize again all the things he said, but we may have an extended power outage.
No, I'm glad
And
you bring this up.
mentioned the people who are on oxygen at home and have to have certain medicines on a regular basis. And if they have some type of sitter during the day, somebody's got to be able to get there and may not get there.
Right.
So we've got to start planning in
I
our
agree.
minds for this. But maybe everybody's already got plans. You know, they should have plans for their loved one who may be in a bind, but we may have,
I know. Well, when I know
Animals, that's another thing, animals
you're right. You're
are
exactly
pets.
right.
Excuse me.
Because a lot of these pets, especially dogs, storms bother them.
Oh, mine. It does mine.
And they run off, and you lose them, and you don't find them anymore. So, we were talking about it. I don't remember us being prepared. A few weeks ago, they prepared us a week out, and now they've done it again, but they've stuck with it, and now it's enhanced from a 2 to a 3 to a level 4. It's just, it scares me, and we should be scared, and we should be prepared. I know in talking to different people yesterday, people were starting to talk. I know Magdalene Whaley said, we need to, get Mom and y'all over here. And I said, we got a little basement. She said, y'all need to be going down in that basement. Get hurt going down in it. So we will be prepared. But, gosh, just, you're right, people. It affects so many people in advance. And that's why we appreciate Jason Moran. All the weather folks, we appreciate you a whole bunch.
And we just hope that we're able to continue with the warnings and all throughout the next several years. So
You've been through it. We've all been through it.
Yeah, we've all been through it. And I haven't had any major damage from a storm, but I
remember one of them because I went by, and you and your daughter Mary went out there picking up limbs and sticks, and so.
And take care of our neighbors. I
Yeah,
mean,
you're
you're
right.
okay.
You're right.
My neighbor is going to be one of my neighbors is going to be out of town. And so I'll be sure to go to her house and kind of walk around and check it, make sure everything is okay. So we have to take care of each other. Hey, that's what we do in Alexander.
You're
for sure,
right,
and hopefully all over.
Yeah. So let's just be prepared. And I guess there's so many things that were going to go on this weekend, and I know because of early detection, being warned. They're making changes, like the horse whisperer, been moved to April 6th. I know There was a Kiddos and Cops over in Dadeville. They moved that to next Saturday. And that's okay.
That's good.
I mean, that's what we call getting prepared.
That's right.
You gotta plan
and
ahead.
Everybody changes their schedules.
This time of the year, there's so many outdoor events, and we depend. The weather can be great for those outdoor events, and then again, it cannot be so great. So this is one of those times.
So on a brighter side,
yeah.
we have it's baseball season.
Oh yeah.
And
that was Dale Murphy's birthday too.
Is that right?
He played for the Braves way back.
Braves, that's right.
Yeah.
I remember that now. I mean that name. But the weather, you just get that feel of baseball season.
You're right.
And I guess in my heart, my father grew up in St. Louis, Missouri.
He was a Cardinal fan?
Always was
Really?
a Cardinal fan. And of course, he followed the Cardinal. It was on the radio first.
Sure,
And then when we finally
sure.
got TV, he would watch on TV. But, it kind of spills over to all of us, baseball.
Ellen's dad, Dr. Charles Alvey, he went to University of St. Louis, big Cardinal fan. So when we went out west, one of our second stop after Memphis went to a Cardinals game.
Oh my gosh!
Just to be at Busch Stadium,
And Daddy was a Budweiser man for sure. And my brothers would talk about that too.
I've never known that.
He was a Budweiser man. So,
are you a baseball fan?
I because of him, yes.
Really?
But now this is what I was going to tell everybody. You have to travel when you go to the Braves, and I guess that's the closest pro team for us.
Yeah.
But Benjamin Russell High School is right here in our community. Or if you live in Dadeville or around Tallahassee, you have good baseball there. And when I worked at Russell, I tried in a way I wasn't really responsible for the leagues. Ricky Milam was, the softball league.
Yeah.
But I wanted to I tried to promote softball for our employees just to come and watch.
It was
we
huge.
Made it available,
Yeah.
and we saw some good softball.
Yeah.
They were former high school baseball players.
Red Scott was a umpire.
Oh,
over
he was, yeah. But so if we could reminisce a little bit more.
He didn't have squad either.
And Red Scott,
Yeah.
a blessed memory.
Yeah. His wife, Miss Jackie's 100 years old.
I know.
Still with us.
Just is and she looked so good
Yeah,
sitting in that picture in the car.
That's right.
When Jay
The
posted
sports
that.
car. That's right. Yeah.
But so going back to Red Scott, he brought his grandchildren for swimming lessons one day. And he came over to the edge of the pool, and they're just little old cute girls, little thin grandchildren, David's children. And he said, my mother used to tell me, now this is Red Scott, you can imagine the generation he grew up in, early 1900s. He said, my mother said, do not go near the water till you learn how to swim.
Smart.
Well, how are you going to learn how to swim if you don't go near the water?
Yeah,
So we taught. We had the privilege of teaching the two girls to swim. Our group.
John Wayne back there. You know how he taught them how to swim? Picked them up by the seat of the breeches and just threw them in.
Sink or swim.
That's right.
But most likely that's kind of not the way we do it now.
What got you into to doing that to start with, swimming lessons? Did somebody encourage you, or is that you grew up in it?
I grew up. I was always interested in first aid, always interested in swimming. Although when I was a little girl, Daddy would take us to the pool on Sunday morning. We would go to, before we were old enough to go to Sunday school, and we would, but that was the only time we got to go to a pool. It was a public pool. Yeah. And I remember being in the 8th grade, 8 years old, and I went to a day camp, and they had swimming lessons at the day camp.
Did you know how to swim at that time?
Not really. I was, I know we fought it with Daddy. We didn't, and of course, we teach fundamentals first, generally, but I took to it, and then I went to summer camp starting at almost 9 years old, 9 going on 10, and started taking the swimming program, and I kept going to camp and kept advancing, right? And then it was kind of a natural, I guess, this kind of thing, like the EMT program or different things, just kind of drew me. I think I always thought I could have been a doctor.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you.
But it was still early, and I did not go the girl, before girls had opportunities like they have now. So I didn't press that. And I knew my brothers were coming to college right after me, so I was somewhat conservative about spending my daddy's money, going to college.
Good for you.
Because, it turned out they had scholarships, which was good. But here I was, I had a little job at the university, but I'm sure there was a lot of money that went out.
Let me ask you. I think about your work in the first aids and all that. So did you ever, you said almost want to be a doctor, did you ever want to be a nurse and then get into that?
I didn't think about that. I think it was just to be a doctor.
You would have been a good, I could see you, Miss Florence Nightingale.
Oh, I could have done that too. I appreciate the nurses that have made a difference in my life, for sure.
We call her Sokol, Barbara Sokol. We'll be right back. Dadeville Chamber of Commerce. Let me tell you something about Dadeville Chamber of Commerce. They're there for you. In fact, the 27th, it'll be a great time for you to meet a lot of the members. Your host, Amazing Grazing and the Grand Bakery, request your presence at their after hours. That's going to be 5 to 6:30, Thursday, March the 27th. I'm going to try my best to make that. Will you join me? Lake Martin, Dadeville Area Chamber of Commerce.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Serving East Central Alabama since 2005, we are Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical of Sylacauga. Coosa Valley Respiratory has medical equipment and supplies, including oxygen-to-home ventilation services. We carry a full line of bracing, power chairs, scooters, and more. And when you trust Coosa Valley Respiratory, you are dealing with local people that care about your well-being. Providing quality home care for our community, Coosa Valley Respiratory and Home Medical, 201 West Fort William, Sylacauga. Give us a call at 256-245-1411.
Triple R Cafe in downtown Rockford is where it's located. Now, you're looking at the outside right now. Come on in on the inside. Let's check out the hot bar. And let me tell you about this. Award-winning fried chicken. They do fried chicken like it's supposed to be done. How about this pork chop right here? They're open Monday through Saturday. They cater also. That's Triple R Cafe, downtown Rockford, Alabama.
Not everyone can be an original, but when it comes to your residential and commercial plumbing needs, depend on the Lake's original plumbing company, Lake Plumbing. Since 1990, Lake Plumbing has served the Lake Martin, Alex City, Dadeville, and eclectic areas with professional plumbing services. And Lake Plumbing is now offering the industry's best in-home water filtration units from the industry's best water filters, Pentair. Call 334-301-3328 today and trust the region's original plumbers, Lake Plumbing. 334-301-3328.
Jim's Pharmacy at the Lake, located on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, home-owned and operated by Jim Clanton, has an experienced staff that is all about your wellness, offering the convenient packaging to help keep your medicines organized. Jim's Pharmacy also has a great gift selection like pecans, socks, Lake t-shirts, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 6, 9 to 2 on Saturday. Give us a call at 256-373-3449. Floyd's Feed and Seed in downtown Dadeville, family owned and operated. Floyd's Feed and Seed has a great selection of Carhartt for all ages, starting out with the youngest. Now, if you're looking for boots, check out this selection. All shapes and sizes, Montana jewelry and pine straw year-round. More gift selections on both sides of the road. Miss Pay and the family invite you in today for Floyd's Feed and Seed, downtown Dayton.
The new owners of Stillwater's Country Club want to welcome you to play the area's premier course at Stillwater's with our new rate. Now, play for only $35 per 18 during the week and only $40 for the weekends. Stillwater's Golf is ready to give you the area's best golf experience, and many upgrades are coming, including a lighted range and course expansion. Meet the new staff and enjoy $35 per 18 Monday through Friday and $40 on the weekends. All at Stillwater's Country Club in Dadeville.
Coming back in here enjoying one of my favorite people in the whole wide world, Miss Barbara Sokol. We just kind of we started out talking about the weather, and it's something that's going to be talked about the next several days, and I hope in a good way. But they're telling us be prepared, so we better get prepared.
Well, we learn something every day just by communicating with each other. And I was on a project working with Miss Imogene Thweet. Over in Dadeville, Commissioner Thweet. Anyway, we were riding out in the country because there was something I wanted her to see. And I wasn't, we weren't thinking much. And we passed a pasture and it had been predicted rain. And the cows in the pasture were on the ground. They were lying down. Well, Imogene said her mother used to say, if you see cows in a pasture lying down on the ground, it's going to thunderstorm.
Okay, I knew the rain.
Or it's going to rain.
Okay.
So expect rain.
Isn't that crazy?
Well, now wait a minute. So I began thinking, going back to first aid and CPR and EMT and different things, in the medical field, emergency medicine. One of the things that we teach in our first aid program is enlightening. If you're out in a field and nowhere to take cover, you need to crouch low on the ground because lightning strikes a little bit higher. So you need to get on the ground. And I'm thinking, that's exactly the cows. Wow, how nature have taught us.
Yeah. Cattle have been lost that way.
Yeah.
Getting struck.
But or under trees and hadn't gotten out. But you're right. And but I thought, oh my goodness, I could associate that with our first aid traiing and what we teach when we teach first aid.
I think about the blood moon that we've talked about.
Oh yes.
Friday night. I hope we'll get to see it just for the beauty of it, but. You think about a blood moon coming in the night before a storm that's supposed to, and it seemed like it just, I don't know.
Get that eerie feeling.
Yeah. But it's setting the stage.
The blood moon, and we'll have an eclipse, a lunar eclipse on top of it.
Okay.
So the moon will be bright and red, but this is when.
From the sun?
Yes.
Okay.
The Earth, here's the Earth, and here's our moon. And over here's the big sun. So as we're spinning, the Earth travels between our moon and the sun. That's the reason we get the reflection of the red, the blood moon. So we're going to, but we probably won't see it because of the clouds. But, so they said the eclipse will last a while if you were out where you could see it, but anyway, that's what the blood moon is.
Well, it's just a lot going on in the weather, and I guess the good thing about it, they warn us. They let us know.
And
they give us enough warning.
It's important for us to have our legislators, congressmen and or senators and representatives, to fight for us on that, to keep the weather alert system, all over. So we've got,
I know they're looking at cutting back.
Right. So we've got,
that's one of those why.
I know, Kenny.
In fact, that's good. Senator Tuberville.
I probably could talk to you a lot about this off the air because I know people are torn one way or the other by politics. But we've got a human factor here.
Right.
And when I sent in that question to Ed Oliver about the Medicaid expansion, he had an answer, yes. But what about poor people who can't afford that, who really can't afford their medical care? And here the hospitals and doctors are obligated to treat these patients, but yet they're not getting the reimbursement that they need, and they're going under. And, Mr. Peace has talked about that.
They're fighting every day for it.
Fighting every day for it. And the lobbyists, for the medical system have continued to fight, but our legislators in Alabama choose not, or the governor, or however they do it, have chosen to not do that. I guess and here, it was in the paper yesterday, Mr. Peace he went to the county commission to see if they couldn't provide more funding for the medical services.
You talking about a fighter, President, CEO, Russell Medical, that I cut up and carried on a lot of. That's just something he and I have going. But let me tell you something. Not just a fighter. He's got a big heart for what he does. He cares about Russell Medical. He cares about the people of Russell Medical.
There you go.
Let me tell you something. And not just when he sees them, he knows about their family. He asks. He amazes me how he knows. He may not know the name of every employee out there, but he knows the majority of them. And I think that's. I think they appreciate that. They should appreciate that.
Oh, yes, they do. I mean, he may. It's kind of like Mr. Gwaltney in a way.
Yeah.
Mr. Gwaltney knew everybody, and it wasn't surprising that he would go in the mill and one person be on the break, and he'd sit on their stool, and they'd come in. Well, I can't use the language on TV. And they said, and the employee was that close to Mr. Gwaltney. Now he's probably got a suit on, and here this man's just got a shirt and pants on. Get your off my stool. I mean, that's the way he could talk to the head of the company. They had that relationship.
You're right.
And Mr. Gwaltney would just die laughing. Now, these are stories that I heard.
Oh, no.
I don't know that for sure.
Tell you somebody that always amazed me was Gerald McGill. How Gerald McGill could talk to the old redneck like Kenny Dean or the highest of the highest out there, and be just as frank with them. But he was just him. He didn't try to be anybody.
And he was their friend, even though he was a vice president. And Mr. Peace is like that too. Wherever you see him, if he sees you, he's got a greeting for you. So we treasure our people. I can remember elementary school, they call it our partners or something. However, our hometown heroes, or
he's one
all
of
them. So when we're in, we have my memory of Chief Marvin Still will always be. And Marvin, believe it or not, when we talk about having these disaster drills, this all came from Marvin.
He started the mock disasters?
He did that.
Wow.
He did that to bring all the entities in, like EMA and, the power company. We would have big meetings, and all of these people who had a stake in providing services during that time, volunteer ambulance services and all. He got us all to the table. So what can you do? Or who's going to take care of this? And who's going to take care of that? And how can we call our outside people in when you need help? All of that came from Marvin.
Let me tell you something. He was a great leader of our town, and we just lost a good one, Randy Thomas. Randy Thomas, age 73. Randy has passed away. You talking about something, and I've bragged on Randy out here for years because we saw he wrote grants. He brought in millions of dollars, and especially when Don McClellan was in
exactly
Mayor
when Russell was downsizing,
yeah,
and we needed help in our community.
He got in there. He knew how to fight and farm. So rest in peace. And his nickname was Spinoff.
Spinoff.
Boy, total 5 vehicles in his times. He was a character. But Spinoff, rest in peace, buddy. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for coming out here.
Thank you, Kenny.
Be safe this weekend.
And you the same.
Oh, we will be.
We're not too far away.
We'll be right back. Coons Corner Deli for lunch today. Chicken pot pie, purple hull peas, roast potatoes, I love them, green beans, fried okra, and apple cobbler. Now, they got one heck of a breakfast menu over there right now. Coons Corner Deli, and they also cater, too.
Planning for the future is one of the greatest gifts we can give our loved ones. At Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, we are here to guide you with compassion, helping you make choices that bring peace of mind. Pre-planning means your wishes are honored and your family is free to focus on what truly matters, cherishing every memory. Because love, care, and dignity should last a lifetime. Langley Funeral Home and Radney Funeral Home, here for you, always.
And obituary is brought to you by our friends at Radney Funeral Home and Langley Funeral Home. Funeral service for Mr. Arnold Abrams, 80 of Sylacauga, will be at 1 today at Bay Pine Baptist Church. Burial will follow in the Bay Pine Baptist Church Cemetery. The family will see friends today from 11:30 to 12:30 at Bay Pine Baptist Church. Radney Funeral Home is in charge of that service. And we were just talking about my old buddy, Grayside service for Mr. Randy McDaniel Thomas, 73 of Alexander City, will be tomorrow afternoon at 2 o'clock at Hillview Memorial Park. The family will see friends also tonight from 4 to 7 at Radney Funeral Home. Radney Funeral Home's in charge of that service. And a memorial service for Mr. Michael L. Waldrop, 66 of Alexander City, will be tomorrow at 2:30 at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home. The family will see friends tomorrow also from 1:30 to 2:30 at Radney Funeral Home. Radney Funeral Home is in charge of that service. And funeral service for Mr. Mr. Robert Monroe Jones, 83 of Alexander City, will be tomorrow morning at 11:30 at the Chapel of Radney Funeral Home, with a burial will follow in the Valhalla Cemetery. The family will see friends tomorrow from 10 to 11 at Radney Funeral Home. Radney Funeral Home is in charge of that service. To these families and to other families that have lost loved ones, my heart goes out to each and every one of you. To the men and women that are fighting for our freedom, God bless you, and God bless the USA, and we'll be right back.
Experience the freedom of mobility with Arise, our safe and clean public transportation serving all of Tallapoosa County. Keep your independence and leave the driving to us. Our handicapped accessible vehicles provide affordable fares based on age and distance. A mobile community is a thriving community. Wherever you need to go, we'll take you there. Call 256-329-8444 to schedule your trip today. Arise, your ride to a better life.
The Sure Shot Outdoors is located on Highway 280 in Alexander City across from Chick-fil-A. Sporting goods store that always has a great selection of footwear, men's and ladies apparel, cookware for camping and home, firearms and shells year-round. Also, online store with financing is available. Owner Scott Watson invites you to come by today to see what the Sure Shot Outdoors has to offer you. Again, the Sure Shot, Highway 280, Alexander City. Caring Transitions of Lake Martin, located in the old DHR building in downtown Dayville. Owner Brandy Weaver wants you to experience the Caring Transitions difference, providing local and national relocation, packing and resettling, downsizing and decluttering, liquidation, online estate auctions, traditional estate sales. Call Caring Transitions of Lake Martin today, 334-703-5050.
This spring and summer, make your land, farming, lawn, and landscaping needs have zero risk and 100% success with Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor. With 0% financing on all our Mahindra tractors, many with up to 84-month terms. Our inventory of Mahindra tractors and farm implements is beefed up, and more are coming in daily. We also have extended 0% terms on Spartan mowers to handle your mowing needs with the best and zero-turn mowers priced to move. At Lake Martin Tractor and Outdoor, your authorized Mahindra and Spartan dealer.
Grace's Flowers on Hillaby Street has been a staple here for decades, taking care of our community families from prom time, wedding days, picking up a friend on a bad day, happy times, and sad times. Grace's is involved in our community with more than just beautiful flower arrangements, but also the love they put in them. Keep this number handy, 256-234-4238 for Grace's Flowers in Alexander City. Call 256-234-4238.
Zaxby's just perfected the Philly again with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onions, melty cheese, and garlic aioli. Grilled or fried. Now that's a Zaxby's Philly. Who's got the sauce? Zaxby's.
Fried chicken and wontons and teriyaki glaze and an egg roll. Some people think the Zaxby's Sensation Salad is too delicious to be a salad.
Yep, that's why we call it a salad. The Zaxby's Sensation Salad. Zaxby's.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Dearly Departed. Well, that's a play that's coming up. But I'm going to let these girls introduce themselves, maybe their real names or not. Stage names. Good morning, girls.
Good morning.
Would you like
Good
to
morning.
introduce yourself as a real name or your stage name?
Oh, I'll give you my real name and I'll give you my stage
Oh,
name
wow.
too. Sure. My name's Alicia Body, and in the play Dearly Departed, my name is Veda.
Veda? I like that. Do you like that name?
Do I like
Yeah.
it? No. No, I would not like to be named Veda. But in the play, I'm Veda, so it's
Okay.
fine.
All right. What is Veda's character? Okay. Tell me. I don't give too much of this away. So tell me if I'm stepping out of bounds.
Tell me what the play is about.
No,
or
tell
my
what Veda.
character?
What
Veda.
Veda's about.
Veda is a family friend.
Okay.
She's a family friend that she's taking care of her loved one. She's really is taking care of her loved one. It's some very funny scenes there when it comes up. When it comes to her and her loved one, it's some funny scenes, but she is caring.
Is that Alicia?
Alicia.
Alicia, is that you too?
Yes, I'm Alicia.
I know, but
Oh.
is that you in real life?
No.
Okay.
Yes. Well, yeah, I have been a caregiver for sure.
Oh,
I've
really?
been a caregiver. Oh, yes, definitely been a caregiver for sure. But in this part, Vader is more of the tough love. She a more tough love.
Have
Would you
learned-
say? Would you say
Have
she's
you
a-
learned from this? Have you learned anything about tough love, or is that something you say I wouldn't want to have any part of it? So is it easy or hard for you to play this part?
It's easy for me to play.
Really?
It's easy for me to play tough love.
That's
because-
scary.
Oh, yeah, it's easy for me. Because I love hard, and if I love hard, I want to see you do the best you
Right.
can, and there's no sense in just laying around and laying in mud. Let's get up.
I'm with you.
Let's go.
I'm with
Let's
you.
get up.
Yeah.
So there's a good side to that.
It's a very good side to tough love. Now, you can go too far on the other end where you alienate the people and they think you don't care.
Yeah.
But I think if a person knows your heart, they really do know your heart, then they know you care.
I agree with you. I agree with you 110% on that. And would you like to introduce yourself, real name first, please?
Okay, I'm Susan McCrispin.
And your stage name is?
And my stage name is Raynell.
Raynell. Well, you gotta love a good Southern name like Raynell.
Yeah.
I be darned. So what is Raynell all about?
Raynell is, she's the widow of the dearly departed.
Okay.
So.
Is it easy for you to play this part?
No, I have not experienced widowhood.
Okay.
So I'm blessed to have not experienced that. So, but goodness knows, my mother was a widow for many years.
Oh, really?
And yes.
Okay.
And I have a lot of wonderful church ladies that are widows. So.
Dearly Departed. What's it about?
It's a deep comedy, I guess you would say.
Really?
It's kind of deep.
Okay.
I think the title gives it away. First of all, Dearly Departed. That tells you right away. But it's someone that their husband suddenly passed away and they really doesn't care a whole lot, but they didn't care a whole lot. But you see the comical part of it, but it's the family dynamics where you have the son and the mother, and then you have the in-laws, and then you have the friends. But you see how the dynamics go along with this since this incident has happened. But just like families do, at the end, it comes together.
Wow. Yeah. You know, I think about when you hear the two words, dearly departed. I mean, that's a preacher saying that. Is that actually said in the play, dearly departed?
I don't remember the line, dearly departed.
I don't remember, but Rodney Meadows, I don't know, do you know Rodney Meadows?
Grew up
He
with
is
Rodney.
a rock star when it comes to theater.
He really is.
He plays more than one part, actually, in this one, and he's the preacher.
Let me tell you what, I can see that.
It's really funny.
It's really funny.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Growing up with Rodney, I've always, even as a child, thought the world of Rodney and his family, but just a good guy. I know this is not your first play.
No, I've done several plays. Yeah.
Is this your first?
No, it's actually my second with Act Two.
Okay. What got you into acting?
Well, actually, I did theater when I was in college.
Where was college?
UAB.
UAB. Okay.
And then I
was studying what? I get kind of personal out here.
That's okay. Believe it or not, would you guess communications?
Really? But I can see that.
Communications, and then in college I was on the speech team. Which was called the forensic speech team at that time.
Really?
Yes.
Did it have to do with forensics?
No, not actually forensic. Now, why it had that name, I do not know.
I'm darned.
We did competitions. We went around different states, and we competed against other colleges on speech teams.
So is it easy or hard for you to get up and give a speech?
It's easy. If I know what I'm talking about, it's easy for me.
Wow. You know, and I ask that because personally, I don't do speeches. I talk a lot. But I found out over the years there's a big difference in being a talker and a speech, because you just said it. To do a speech, you got to get up there and know what you're talking about. I've been doing this show 25, 30 years. I still know what I'm talking about every day. I don't want to know.
Yes.
That's why when y'all sit down here, I don't know what you're going to talk about. I know what you came out here for, but I want to hear the rest of the story. And that's exactly what you're doing. But Dearly Departed, how many, is it 10 in this play, or how many?
Oh, goodness.
Is it a big play?
I would not say it's a big play.
Okay.
I would say between 8 to 10 characters.
Yeah, I think,
Who's directing it? Is Patty directing?
Patty Smith.
Okay.
Patty Smith is
Not
the
her
director.
first rodeo.
Oh, definitely not. She's a great director, too.
Of course,
I've enjoyed it.
This is all part of Act Two. This is it will be, it's free admission. I want to and thank all the sponsors, because they can't do these free plays without you sponsors.
That's right.
But this is
really appreciate it.
at the Betty Carroll Graham Technology Center. a week from tomorrow night, the 21st and 22nd at 7, and then a Sunday matinee at 2 o'clock. All that at the Betty Carroll Graham Technology Center. How many times y'all practice a week or get together? Or when you practice, does everybody get together?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And we practice twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursday. But Patty makes it so easy that once you do your part of it, then you can go ahead and leave, and then they'll concentrate on the other persons who have to do their part. So she makes it very easy for us to do that. Or if you've got something going on, maybe your part will come in later. If you come in later, then your part will come in later. So,
you know, I think about what you're saying. Anytime that people come out here and are talking about being in a play, it's a commitment. It's a commitment on your part. So when you decide I'm gonna do this, because most time it's several months that y'all go through practicing.
Yes.
Or getting together. So y'all been doing this for 2 or 3 months now, or?
Since January?
Yeah,
Since
late
January?
January.
Okay.
Since late January.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it takes that.
Yes.
I mean, you know, and people like Patty Smith and Rodney Meadows and others that's been doing these plays, and Susan, and you've been doing these plays for years. You know, that takes time out of your life, but that's what you want to. That's what you enjoy doing.
Right. But there's also all the people behind the scenes. So there's something for everybody to do. You know, we really appreciate Beverly Howard and Mary Perry.
Beverly,
you know,
Beverly's been lining people up to come out here, and appreciate that.
Right. And
here again, that takes time.
Yes.
You know, and organizing.
That's right. And Rob Eiler is behind the scenes building sets and getting props.
The construction, Mr. Construction. Hey,
Yeah.
girls, don't y'all go anywhere. Don't y'all go anywhere. We'll be right back. Carlisle, downtown Alexander City. Carlisle has been here since 1914. I always say that because it just always blows my mind on what's gone on there over the years. There's people that's still been there for many, many years. Not since 1914, of course, but so many memories have been made there. So many good eats have been eaten there. Same thing gonna happen today. We'll see at Carlisle's at lunchtime.
Looking to transform your outdoor space? Look no further than Bama Sheds. As a family-owned and operated business, we understand your needs. That's why we offer no credit check rent-to-own options. Enjoy free delivery and setup within 35 miles of our 4 convenient locations. Whether you need a shed, pole barn, garage, or carport, we've got you covered. Visit our website at bamasheds.com or call 256-268-8484. Bama Sheds, where quality meets affordability and your outdoor dreams become reality.
Satterfield Outdoor Living is Lake Martin's trusted friend for your outdoor land and leisure needs. We're the region's authorized Skag mower dealer for residential and commercial lawns and offer all the small engine accessories you need with top lines of Steel, Echo, Shindaiwa, Husqvarna, and Metabo products that can tame any landscape. Satterfield is also your grill headquarters with Big Green Egg Grill, and our pros service everything in-house and back up all sales. Get the Satterfield Outdoor difference on Highway 280 right across from Tallapoosa Ford.
Hillary Towers may very well be the Lake Martin area's best kept secret, an affordable senior citizens community located on Highway 22 East in Alexander City. Spacious one-bedroom units are currently available. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today for more information on the newly renovated Hillary Towers, 256-329-0552, 256-329-0552. Hillary Towers, 22 East, Alexander City.
For years, Tom Watley's been a name you can trust to represent you, and now you can depend on Tom Watley Law, LLC to handle all of your legal needs. Tom has over 20 years of practice in criminal defense, probate needs, and estate planning. Tom Watley Law supports the communities of Lee and Tallapoosa County and can handle all your legal needs or refer you to their network of specialty attorneys. When it counts, call Tom Watley Law, LLC at 334-559-3420 or online at tomwatleylaw.org. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be provided is greater than that of other attorneys.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Red Flag Pest Control is Central Alabama's best in pest control, with hometown service in Lake Martin and now the greater Montgomery area. When you see pests, throw down the red flag. Termites, bed bugs, carpenter bees, mosquitoes, or general pests. Red Flag gets the job done at the right price for your home or business. At Lake Martin, call 888-943-0353 or in Montgomery, 334-265-1831. Red Flag, the best in pest control in Central Alabama.
If you listen carefully, you'll hear the roads of Alabama calling. And Sarah Honda has your answer. Serving you for over 40 years with one of the largest Honda and pre-owned inventories in the state and the Sarah Promise. Our best deal when you buy or trade, a 72-hour exchange policy, a no-hassle trade-in promise. Written offers are good for 7 days. And our best service promise. Our factory-certified technicians help keep your vehicle running smoothly. That's why Alabama can be yours to discover in a new vehicle from Sarah Honda in Sylacauga.
No, it's 58 degrees right now. It's going up to 75 with a little rain today. Tonight, 61, partly cloudy, maybe a chance of rain, but not much of a chance. They're going into the weekend. Tomorrow, a slight chance of rain, 79 and 64. Saturday, be prepared. Be scared if that's what it takes, because it's looking like we're like in a category 4 now. Not good at all. Possible tornadoes, strong winds up to 70 miles per hour, golf-size hail. So just be ready. This is going in Saturday evening to Sunday morning for our area. Again, we're under a category 4, so that tells me that's a warning. The rain moves out, 74 and 43 on Sunday, nice. And then first part of next week, 69 and 41 on Sunday, 78 and 48 on Tuesday. So we got to go through the bad stuff to get to the good stuff. There's your 5-day forecast brought to you by our friends at Elk City Marine and Top Gun Pest Control, Highway 280 in Alexander City. Oh, you think? A little. Well, we took care of that. Elk City Marine, of course, they're good folks out there too. We got good folks out here. Alicia Body, along with Susan McCrispin, Ray Nail, and Veda. You don't hear that name.
No, you do
not. Had you ever heard of Veda before?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
darn.
I actually did. Growing up, my mother and me, so we had a distant cousin.
Named
and
Veda.
I think it was LaVeda.
LaVeda.
But I think they called her Veda for short. But I just remember.
Do you remember Veda?
Oh, yeah.
Was she anything like this character you're playing? I'm just...
Yeah, by me being a child and she was older, I didn't really click in her personality. So I don't know. But I don't know if you remember growing up, we used to call people Cousin.
Yeah.
So her name was Cousin Veda.
Yeah, not cousin, Cousin.
Cousin.
You heard me talk about Cousin Etha, Cousin Eva, and Cousin Otha Pimpton. That's all I ever knew him as.
So you all said Cousin too?
Yeah, Cousin.
Now, Susan.
That's new to me.
I knew that was going to be new to her. From Canada.
That's right. I always forget that. I always forget that. So y'all had no cousins?
Y'all didn't have cousins.
No, we didn't. And I only had 2 first cousins.
Really?
Yeah, and they're brother and sister.
I be darned.
My family was small. It's grown a lot in the last, thanks to, it's amazing how they'll blossom occasionally. But my family was very small growing up. So
Growing up in Canada, is how long did you live there?
I lived there till I was 15.
15.
Yeah.
So so you went from, did you go to Canada to Alexander City, or
Yep.
really?
Yeah, I
Let her
went
tell
from.
the story.
Wow, was that a culture?
She's told me the story. Let
Was
her
that a
tell me
culture
the
shock?
story.
That was a huge culture shock. It
Good,
was
bad?
Huge. At
That's
the
okay.
time, it was kind of tough.
Was it the people?
I was 10th grade and my sister was 12th grade. My brother was in college, so he
Hey,
didn't come right
Catherine.
away. Yeah, but my sister Catherine Scroggins, yeah, she was in 12th grade, so it was tougher on her because she had a great friend group,
Sure.
and I didn't have as great a friend group. But the difference in, like, we both speak English, but there are so many expressions that the Southerns have. That,
I couldn't.
You know, I had to
Yeah,
I had to
you're
learn
right.
those, and like that one, and
What was another expression that you heard that you had never heard before?
well, some of the meanings are different. Like, I'll never forget one time, and I was a real shy kid back then. I was just really shy, and I was being sarcastic in a conversation, and somebody said, "Oh, don't be ugly," and I was like. You know how you are in high school, so you're so worried about what you look. Yeah, I thought it was tough.
Don't be ugly. That is so funny.
She had no clue.
That is crazy.
And when you favor somebody, I thought somebody thought I was like giving them extra attention or something like that. But that means you look like somebody here. So
I'll be darned.
you know, and all those things when you're in high school are like a big deal. You
Yeah.
know, so.
What, you get into plays, has that brought the shyness out of you?
Theater does help. It's amazing. Theater is great for shy people because, I don't know, people say, how do you get up there and do it? But you become the other person.
get
So
into
when you're
character.
Get
on
into
there,
character.
you're really yourself and you behave like somebody else. So it's not like you're up
that
there
would be-
yourself.
That'd
You're
be
up
so
there
much
as
fun.
somebody
I
else.
love to get into character. I just absolutely love it.
You need to, with those voices you did on the commercial for Top Gun and everything, you need to get on in the theater too.
But you know,
Just wouldn't have the time.
the thing about what I always think about being in the theater, you got to learn lines, and I'm so used to ad-libbing, I just don't think I could do it. I couldn't go by the lines. I'd have to, I could play off of lines, but I don't think I could stick to the script, and I would have a director running absolutely crazy, and they'd run me off after the first night of practice.
When you get a little leadway with the lines, a little, as long as they stay in the theme of what you're talking about, that you can ad lib some, but not too much that they get lost.
You doing speech, and so that probably helped you a lot prepared to get up and do Dearly Departed and other plays.
Yes, I'm used to being in front of an audience.
You're well spoken. I'm not. I'm and it's that's some Southern, I guess, but that's just who I am. But was your first play was what?
It was I'm sorry, I've forgotten the name of it, but
What was
it
it
was
about?
like a musical.
Oh, really?
It was at the Betty Caragram Center.
Oh, really?
Yes, it was also at Act Two, but it was about a Christmas radio show where, yes,
I remember
you
that.
remember?
I remember that. Do you sing?
Some people say I can sing, but
Okay.
I've never sung in a choir,
Really?
never sung in a group, but people say I can sing.
Wow. Can you sing?
I sing in a choir, but that doesn't mean that I can sing on my own. So I sing in the First Presbyterian. We need to get you to the First Presbyterian.
Yeah.
We have a great choir.
Remember, I never sang in a choir. They might
Is Walter Coley like the standout? Is he like the main person in that? I know what he would say. Why? Yes, I am.
All our men in the choir are special. There's few men in the choir. So, but we just gained another one. So,
Oh, really? Who was that?
Well, I shouldn't say that we gained him. Yeah, but he's coming for the first time on Sunday.
Okay.
His name's Tucker Beckett.
Tucker Beckett.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a young man.
Yeah.
So he went to school with my kids. So.
Is that Jeremy and Stacy? Jeremy Jeffcoat, Stacy's son?
I
Tucker?
think they're. I don't know all the relations, but
Does he have a new child?
no, he's single.
Oh, okay. I may be talking about somebody else. Let me tell you something. Dearly Departed. Here again, I want to remind you, it's free. It's very family friendly.
Yes.
I might add too. Thank you for coming out here.
Yes.
Veda.
Veda.
Cousin Veda.
Couldn't Veda.
Hey, thank you, girls. Y'all have a great day. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. Man, I ate at Doc's yesterday. I had catfish. George Miranda sat down with me and ate catfish and French fries and stewed apples. Delicious. Now today your choice: chicken enchiladas or beef tip with gravy. Oh, one of my favorites: pinto beans, buttered rice, turnip greens. I can make a meal right there. Corn and black bean blend. Now they got a heck of a salad bar out there. And your soup of the day: Brunswick stew at Russell Medical Cafeteria, Doc's Cafe.
Ready for an unforgettable escape? Jump into adventure at Lake Martin, Alabama. From thrilling water sports to peaceful fishing spots, it's love at first bite every time you cast your line. Want more excitement? Catch an event with our vibrant festivals, concerts, and fishing tournaments all year long. And when the sun sets, dive downtown to discover local shops, delicious dining, and warm southern hospitality. Explore Lake Martin, where every moment is an adventure waiting to happen.
Let's get serious. Let's get Arctic Air serious. You want your car and truck to live longer, don't you? Well, it's about maintenance. Same thing with Arctic Air. You see the number at the bottom of the screen? Call them right now. Let me tell you something. You want to be comfortable? We all want to be comfortable.
The Morris Haynes Law Firm focuses on representing those who have been injured or mistreated by the wrongful acts of others. We have offices in Ellick City and Birmingham, but we have been calling Ellick City home for over 30 years. If you find yourself in need of a lawyer, give us a call at Morris Haynes, 256-329-2000. We would be honored to help you.
Passion, the obsession that burns within. Determination, the burning desire to make it. Drive, the motivation to be the absolute best. Skills, the tools to perform at the highest level. Excellence, the feeling of achievement. At Central Alabama Community College, you can release your passion, show your determination, display your drive, and showcase your skills to achieve excellence. Central Alabama Community College, central to you, central to your success.
Discover great deals on Kawasaki motorcycles, watercrafts, side-by-sides, and more. Save big on championship-proving KX motorcycles. Get a great deal on iconic Kawasaki jet ski personal watercraft, or take advantage of big adventure for less with savings on our rugged Terex side-by-sides. There's no better time to save on our exciting lineup of Kawasaki vehicles. Visit Adams Motorsports on the Boulevard today, or see all the Kawasaki products at adamsmotorsports.com, where your pleasure is our business.
Integrated Massage of Alexander City is located at 119 Madison Street behind the old Chamber of Commerce. Destiny Goble is the owner, says come on out for outcome-based treatment plans, pain relief, focused areas, relaxation, cupping therapy, hot stones. Remember, rewind, reset, recover. Make an appointment today at Integrative Massage of Alexander City, 256-252-7644.
You've dreamed about the perfect house, a place to call your own, and a place to not only stretch out, but to grow. Auto Owners protects your house because to you, it's home. That's simple human sense. Happy to help, man. I was just over there talking to myself anyway.
I like it when we have all girls out here and no dead blame boys out here. Courtney Merritt Layfield out here with us with Lake Martin United Way. Good morning.
Good morning.
You know, I think about, we've talked about the storms. Jason Moran called in the first part of the show talking about the potential storms and how so many of the agencies that you work with, they got to be on alert right now.
Yeah. Unfortunately, fortunately, we're there. Unfortunately, we have to be on alert.
You're right.
But yes, 211 is certainly one of the initiatives that is there to help to divert calls from 911. I mean, obviously, if it's a true emergency, call 911. Sure. But 211 will be there to take information if it's necessary, to try to help then filter it down to us to then get out to the right agencies. Of course, Red Cross will be on alert. I'm sure Salvation Army, and others, just Rescue Squad, we just, times like this is when we all, like they said, be prepared, and we all just have to work together and hope for the best, hope and pray, lots of prayer.
Ken Coward, I love him. I love him.
He is one of a kind.
And I hate to say this, and I don't mean it in a bad way at all, but he is prepared right now. You
he's over there gassing up the trucks and the boats if necessary, and checking all their supplies and talking to their volunteers. And I mean truthfully, all of our agencies are fantastic.
I know.
I will say that.
I'm just picking on Ken.
One over the other, but Rescue Squad is 100% volunteer, and I think that's one thing people don't realize about them. And when times like this happen, they step up, they're ready, and they are trusted by our police departments, our fire departments, our EMA office, which is such a fantastic thing for us to have here as just another piece on top of, those that are, called to serve, and they are called to serve.
And you got to remember, in Tallapoosa County, we've got 13 volunteer fire departments. And you can bet all those, I was talking to Gary Warren, GW, the one he's in over on the Dadeville end. They had a meeting this week. Make sure the trucks are, you just mentioned, gassed up, chainsaws are ready, they're cranking, everything's ready to go. And you know what? Maybe everything that we're preparing for, nothing happens.
Oh,
but you know what?
I am praying so hard that we are getting over-prepared for a whole lot of nothing.
And that's good.
That is, if I could wish it, that is what I wish for.
What storm do you remember that you've been involved with United Way since you've been?
The biggest one would be the January 2023, when we had the tornadoes.
Okay,
in Coosa and Tallapoosa County. Right. And then, the March hailstorm that same year in Camp Hill. So that was a really rough year. And of course then the April shooting in Dadeville that same year. So that was tough, and I really would prefer not to have to repeat that again.
Sure. April 15th.
This is one of those events that I just, I have to remind myself, okay, there's a lot of area in this, that they're warning, and there's and they keep saying our chance of getting, your house is very slim and this and that, but that doesn't. The anxiety's there, I'll admit. I have anxiety about it, and I know a lot of people do, but we just have to look out for one another.
Let me ask you, through those storms that you've been through, those agencies have been through, does anything come to mind that y'all learned out of that y'all do, that you'll do different for the next one, or nothing? You prepared for all of it?
I would say, yes, we've learned things, of course. You can never be too prepared. And, we've talked a lot about trying to be better prepared. Time and life get in the way sometimes of doing that. Volunteers are key. I think any civic group, any agents, nonprofit you talk to, we would all tell you volunteers are it. They are our lifeblood, and it's harder to get volunteers these days, and especially when there's things like this, and that could be such a long-term thing, especially like the long-term recovery. That was a huge learning curve for me this, in January of 23, and how that process works. And they mean long-term. They don't mean like a month. It's a year and a half. It's long-term.
We say that all the time. Yeah. And what I mean by that, the crews, the networks are just all over a storm, the day of, the day after, and then they move on to the next story, and it's not over.
Well,
it's
yeah,
not over.
I mean, that's exactly true. Think about, I mean, there's still folks in California dealing,
With
recovering from
fires.
wildfires. There's still folks in North Carolina and Georgia and
Florida,
Tennessee
yeah.
and Florida and all those places that got affected by that horrible hurricane. And they're still recovering.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, recovery looks different for everybody. And that's another thing I think I would tell you that I learned is that, recovery for one person may just mean, getting a new roof. For the next person, it may mean getting a whole new house.
Yeah.
Or somewhere in between. Or somewhere in between. It could be clothes. It could be furniture.
Yeah.
It could be just replacing food in their fridge.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't know what that means for each person, and each person it's different, and so you just handle each case by case. But thankfully, there are organizations out there that will assist, that will help. There are other great organizations that come in times of disaster that will help. But I just pray that we don't need them.
Let me ask you, with this potential storm coming, is there anything that y'all need? Water? Is there anything that we can be prepared for right now, or you just
don't know.
Yeah.
No, we just don't know, and we don't really have the facilities and the capability to store things like water or snacks or whatever.
Okay.
Again, I hope it's that we're over prepared and we don't need it. Should something happen, then we figure it out at that point.
Do you need volunteers in any of those areas that you know of right now? Or is it still
You still
just
don't
don't
know.
Okay.
Yeah, you still don't know. I want to say, I would love to say, yes, we need them and here's how we need them. But, just not knowing, are we going to be in the line or not? And I like I said, I'm praying really hard that we're not. I know Jason and his team are getting ready, and that's all we can do.
Yeah,
It's just
right.
try to be ready, and then but if the call goes out and help is needed, then we'll let you know. But and even then, usually even those first few days after a disaster, really we need to let the first responders, we need to let the EMA, we need to let those that are trained to go out there and assess the damages and figure out what's going on. That's when neighbors step in to help neighbors. We don't need teams of people, volunteers, strangers coming in trying to help people, because at a certain point you can have too much help.
It's got to be
It's got to be
organized.
and I think we saw it when we had the January 23 tornadoes, is that neighbors helped neighbors. They stepped up, they helped people clean up, they gave them shelter, whatever they might have needed, and that's when community is the strongest.
Are you seeing more young people get involved in doing this, or is that something you're still? Come on, young folks.
I would say just all across the board,
Yeah.
it's a struggle to get people to volunteer. It's finding your passion. What are you passionate about?
right,
What are
you're
you most dedicated to?
I go back to Ken Coward.
Yeah,
I mean, he
exactly.
has
I
the
mean, not
passion.
everybody can do that. Not everybody can do what he does, and that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
But maybe you're really good at coordinating people, or maybe you're really good at making phone calls, whatever it might be. There's usually always a place for you. It's just we got to figure out where that place is.
I think about those stations that are set up. You've got people there. Where maybe they're handing out food, they're handing out coffee. It's 4:00 in the morning, and they're doing that in the dark. Now it's 7:00 in the morning. It's still dark, almost. But I don't know. We can't thank you volunteers enough. You folks I have a big place in my heart for the volunteer fire departments. So I guess knowing so many of them through the years and how they're dedicated. Again, it's a calling, and you said it. Not everybody can do this.
No, and sometimes, and you don't always have to. It's just like with the United Way campaign, right? You don't always have to give a lot to have a big impact. Even if it's only an hour or 2 hours, that really can make a big difference for some people.
Relief.
Sometimes it is. Yeah. I mean, it's just giving that person a minute to step away and breathe a minute. And so. Just be prepared for what's coming, what could come, and let's hope that we are spared. We have seen weather like this before. Sadly, we'll see it again, and we just have to hope for the best.
I think about these volunteers that give their time. That's what it is. They're not getting a dime.
No.
These are volunteers.
You do it because it feels good.
Yeah, am I a volunteer? No. Am I going to promote the heck out of them? You're dead blame right. And that's just what I do with so many things. I use a show as my life.
Well, this is your platform.
Yeah. You folks are my life. having a place that Jason Moran can call in and get the information out here. Courtney coming out here and letting folks know about the 26, still 26, 26
yeah.
Agencies that the Lake Martin area has, and what every one of them does. And with this potential storm, they're on alert right now. And that's about all they can do.
That's about all we can do. We can all just be on alert
yeah,
and be prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's my buddy doing?
David, he's good. He's good.
He's a junior?
He's a junior, yeah.
Don't tell me he's fixing to be a senior. Just don't tell me that.
Yeah,
Wow.
we've had a college visit already. We're
Really?
taking the ACT. We're doing
Yeah.
all the things.
Wow.
And yeah, they
He's
grow
not
up way
10
too fast.
anymore. He's not 10 anymore.
No, he's 16. He'll be 17 this summer.
Oh, boy. I knew that, but because I've been keeping up with that young man since he was a young man, and he's
He's now a
developing.
real young man.
He really is. We'll be right back. Alexander City, Alabama. You know, I'm thinking about, I know I'll be getting with Jessica Sanford today to find out how they're preparing. Will the municipal complex be open as a safe place to go, a shelter to go to? In tomorrow's show, which will be pre-recorded, we'll have information on that. But to all these city linemen, the workers, the first responders, right now, we thank you.
This is Joseph Dean with Frederick Dean Funeral Home and Crematory. I am pleased to announce that Lake Martin Funeral Home and Cremation is now open to serve the public at our location on the corner of 49 North and 280 West in Dadeville. Please stop by and see lifelong resident of Dadeville, Molly Kaler, who will be running the office and meeting with families who want to plan ahead and pre-need their services. We are also available by phone 256-750-0381 or online at lakemartinfuneralhome.com.
Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center provides optimum care for the whole person. Dr. Dimo Popov specializes in the prevention and diagnosis of high blood pressure, kidney disease, diabetes, and acute and chronic conditions. Our weight loss clinic offers lipo shots and a guide to healthy weight loss. Alex City Internal Medicine and Nephrology and Weight Loss Center, where lifestyle changes are made.
Benton Clearing and Grading is Cody and LD Benton, and they got your job in sight. Moving dirt is a clean job to them. Clearing a lot for your home or business is what they do, and they do it right. Call LD or Cody today at 256-397-2531 or 397-2532 for a quote today. I promise you, they'll do the job right. That's Benton Clearing and Grading.
2025 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World. '25 RVs are here. Be the first to see the latest and greatest from your favorite manufacturers and lock in special show pricing at your local Camping World.
There's only one clear choice in the Lake Martin area for plumbing, heating, and air. That's All Clear Plumbing and Air. Our professionally trained technicians offer full service repair and installation on all major brands. From drips to water heaters, thermostats to entire air conditioning and heating systems, and everything in between. Our fast, reliable, and guaranteed top-notch customer service will keep you informed and up to speed through the entire process. Call us today or look for us on Facebook and Instagram at All Clear Plumbing and Air, 256-496-2056. License number 19172.
Thunderbolt and Lightfoot at Oscar's Cafe on Highway 49 South in Dadeville, Alabama is looking to see you today. And let me tell you, they got great food. They've always had great food all these years. Now, they still got that atmosphere. They still got that service. They still cater. Let me stop right there. 15 to 415
they can handle. So give them a call today at Oscar's, Highway 49 South in Dayton, 256-825-4827.
Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply is your headquarters for all the brands contractors know best. We are your local home improvement store with 9 convenient locations throughout central Alabama. We have a huge selection of Weber and Traeger, Pelican coolers, Milwaukee and DeWalt tools, and other top brands. No matter the project, we have you covered with our high-quality lumber and building supplies. From do-it-yourselfers to seasoned pros, Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply has what you need to get the job done.
I sent out the graphic and all the information that Jason Moran sent us. I always send it out to my family, especially when it's as intense as it is now. And poor Leah, Kenny Jr.'s wife, she's a nervous wreck right now. But you know what? We say get scared or be scared. I think we should. I think we should.
Take it serious. I mean,
Yeah, take it serious.
Like, I was watching James Spann yesterday or this morning, I don't remember, and he was like, this is just the time to be prepared.
Yeah.
If you get anxious, he's like, I'm sorry about that, but
yeah.
And I get anxious too. I'm with Leah.
Sure.
I am.
Yeah.
It's scary. But hopefully we get through it okay, and we just.
Why do they always come at dark? We can't see nothing.
I don't know.
Not that I want to be during the daytime and see it, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
I think we're.
I don't know. It's just the timing of things. I mean,
Well, we like I say, Kalijah Country 97.5. Stay tuned to that, or whoever you listen to or watch. Just stay in touch the next several days.
And and be a good neighbor, be a good friend, be a good family member. Contact those people around you. If you have a home with a basement or a safe room, invite other people to come and stay with you. I mean,
get the cheese curls out. Y'all come on.
Exactly right. Or if someone's in a mobile home, encourage them to, if a warning is issued, to get out and to go somewhere safe. There are safe rooms open. I know Jason has sent you that information. He sends it to us. If the municipal complex is open or the Dable Courthouse or whatever it might be, if you can get there, please go.
Yeah.
I mean, please put your life and your safety, ahead first.
I agree.
mean, because things can be replaced. Does it suck? Yeah, it does. I'll be honest.
You're right.
But your life can't be replaced.
No.
People cannot be replaced, and so just take heed and take warning if it's needed. And again, let's hope this is one of those events where we're all getting excited and anxious and nervous and scared over a whole bunch of nothing.
Well, but we have been prepared, so I guess we'll continue with tomorrow's show. I know it'll be pre-recorded, but I know I'll be getting information. I'll be passing it along. So we just want you to be safe. I guess you said make sure you check on your neighbors. There's a lot of them that live by themselves, a lot of them that don't have family. That breaks my heart.
Yeah. There's a lot of people don't watch the weather either.
No, you're right.
And I guess there's sometimes where I wish I didn't watch it as much or know as much.
Yeah.
But there are folks that are going to be like, "What do you mean it's supposed to rain on Saturday?" Yeah. So talk to those folks, and I guess a blessing is that kids won't be in school.
Right.
So I guess that's a blessing. But with spring break starting, there's a lot of people going to be traveling and whatnot. So just be safe. Please just be safe.
Does David, for next week, they will be out of school next week?
Alex City and Talpiz County are out next week.
Okay.
It's spring break.
Does he have any meets or cross-country meets now or like next week during spring break or not?
We have two, actually. There's one on Thursday that we'll be going to Horseshoe Bend. Track team will be going to, and then
Where?
one on at Lochapoka.
Lochapoka.
And then Saturday, there's another meet in Smith Station. And so
Wow.
with it being spring break, some of the kids are gone, families doing things. So we're, so it'll probably be a smaller group that goes to those. They're more optional meets for the team. But yeah, we're just getting started.
Their track meet has really, or track team, cross country has really grown in the last several years.
Oh yeah, our track team
Boys
is
and
huge.
girls.
Yeah,
I love that.
Our track team is really big this year. There's a whole bunch of kids that I don't know. A
Yeah.
lot of them are younger, and which is
Younger.
great.
Isn't that funny to be saying that about David?
I know.
Younger.
He's a junior. There's a lot of 7th and 8th graders now
Yeah.
on the team, which is
Good.
great, and it's
Yeah.
growing. They started pole vaulting this year. My husband was a
Really?
pole vaulter in high
Really?
school, and so
Never
he's out there
known
working
that.
with some of the kids.
Wow.
And we had a couple of boys and a couple of girls give it a try at this last meet. We were in Lincoln last weekend.
Yeah.
So it's growing. There's lots of new things happening all the time, and
Pole vaulting.
yeah.
Wow.
And it's interesting. Our school does not have the facilities, so you have to get creative. But there's a lot of ways that you can train and still learn some of the techniques. And then, thankfully, most of the meets are really nice and good about letting you kind of use the equipment once you get there too. So.
I think about the new Benjamin Russell High School,
Yeah.
and they're gonna have a track area that's huge because it brings in you've been to other you've been
Oh yeah.
to
No, it's an event.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm glad to see them. Of course, it's dear to my heart because of Dylan Dean, his involvement. But I think it's going to be good, not just for the high school, but for the community.
Oh,
It brings
absolutely.
in, it's tourism, it's dollars.
Yeah, and we don't have, there's not a school in our area that has the facilities to host a meet. That's just going to be really
They're looking
beneficial
for 'em.
it's going to be beneficial for Benjamin Russell,
Yeah.
for Dadeville, for Reeltown, for Horseshoe Bend, even Coosa County, if they decide to put a track team or something together, they could, come and it'd be a lot closer, which
Yeah.
would be really nice. But we, so
Yep.
we're doing well. The team did really well at this first meet, first one out of the gate, and we got a few more under our belt before we head to sectionals and hopefully state later.
Where will sectional be? And state?
Sectionals is at Lochapoka this year.
Okay.
They've moved it. And then the state meet is always in Coleman.
Okay, yeah, and that's a neat place up there.
It is nice,
and
yeah.
they're prepared.
Yeah.
For it.
It's good facilities. That's thousands of kids. It's kind of
you're right.
It's a bit of a circus, but it's a lot of fun. And, we've been blessed that David's been able to go, and a number of the team on the team have been able to go the last few years. And so
Montevallo is always a neat place. I don't know if you've ever been over there. That was always a good
I think
place.
David did a 5K there one time.
Okay. Opelika got a good facility down there. So best of luck to them.
thanks.
Continued success with all those young ones, those 7th and 8th graders coming up in that. Let me tell you something. If you've never been to a track meet and you, I'll never forget the first time I saw Dylan Dean coming around the corner. And he was in the lead. And man, it's something, boy.
It's exciting.
it is.
Yeah.
You think NASCAR's good? NASCAR ain't even real anymore. This is real. This is real stuff. This storm that's coming. I'm saying it's coming. Let's just be prepared that it is coming. Everything that they're giving us to prepare for, let's get prepared. And then come Monday, we got those blue skies on Monday and Tuesday. And we look back and say, well, that was a crock. Well, no, it wasn't. You got prepared. We do the same thing with mock disasters.
Yeah, we do. And that's why we do the mock disasters, is to just try to, you try to plan. Of course, there's always the unknowns and the uncertainties.
I know.
Jason would sit here and tell you that, but just be prepared, be safe, look out for each other,
Yeah.
and we're going to get through this.
Yeah.
Let's hope it's a big bust, and,
We'll move on.
We'll move on.
We're going to move on. We'll be right back. Chick-fil-A. Talked to Lois Ann Murphy yesterday. They got some new products coming out next week. I don't know what they are yet. I can't wait because it's a secret now. And when she lets it out, the chick out of the bag, I'm gonna be right there to share it with you. You can go by and eat with them today. Chick-fil-A, Highway 280, Alex City.
Get ready to smile because it's Truck Month at Glenn Smith Chevrolet in Opelika. Take your pick of over 40 brand new Chevrolet Silverados, discounted up to $14,000 off while they last. New Chevy Equinox, the compact SUV featuring high-tech options, discounted up to $5,000 off. Enjoy no payments until summertime. Choose from over 500 new and used vehicles on the lot or on the way. GlennSmith.com. Get ready to smile.
Presley Appliance and Furniture, located on Cherokee Road in Alexander City, is locally owned and operated with over 35 years of experience in the appliance and furniture business. Specializing in Amana, Whirlpool, KitchenAid, and Ashley Furniture, Presley Appliance services what they sell and will make sure you receive top-notch customer service. Call them today at 256-329-9762 or drop by to see them on Cherokee Road in Alexander City. Presley Appliance and Furniture, where they service what they sell.
Wintertime in the South is mild compared to other parts of the country, but we still tend to be less active and spend more time indoors. Show your heart some love this winter by getting it checked out at the UAB Heart and Vascular Clinic at Russell Medical. I'm Dr. Kevin Sublett, and our entire clinic is dedicated to keeping your heart healthy. We're right here in your own community and backed by the knowledge and expertise of UAB Medicine. Make an appointment today by calling 256-234-2644 or visit uabmedicine.org/heartrussell.
Carlisle Heating and Air says it's tune-up time for your HVAC system. Having your unit tuned up increases energy efficiency and can reduce the wear and tear on your unit. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019 for a price. Serving the Lake Martin area, Alexander City, Dadeville, Jackson Gap, and Goodwater. Don't get hot, be cool. Call Carlisle Heating and Air today at 256-234-0019. Don't get hot, be cool.
Hey, we're Kevin and Courtney Hall. I'm a lifelong member of First Baptist Dadeville. My wife joined me after we got married. We really enjoy First Baptist because it is a biblical congregation and very community-minded. Come join us.
Cloud9 is a lifestyle boutique downtown Alexander City. We're right on Main Street next to Carlisle's, and we're open from 10 to 5 Monday through Friday and 10 to 2 on Saturdays. We offer a variety of items ranging from ladies' clothing from size extra small to 2XL. We have baby clothes including newborn gifts. We have wedding registries and the beloved Diva Wash. If you know, you know. Follow us on social media and come see us today on Main Street.
Payne's Furniture, located in the heart of downtown Dadeville, Alabama, is rocking these days with a great selection of quality rocking chairs and Adirondacks, dining room tables, bedding, sofa sectionals, and even a Cinderella carriage bed frame. Donald Payne has been in the furniture business for decades. It's simple. If you don't see it, say, Donald, can you find it for me? That's Payne's Furniture, downtown Dadeville, Alabama. 256-825-7727 is the number. Well, it's about time to wrap up another show. Thank y'all for being with us. Thank you for coming out here.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
And hoping and praying that none of the 26 agencies will be called upon with the potential bad weather that we're looking at. but we know that y'all will be prepared.
We will do the best we can
Yeah,
to be
I
there,
know.
and yeah,
I
we'll
know.
have 211 on alert, and
Yeah.
you know, we'll push out information just like Kenny does on social media
Mm-hmm.
and other avenues, just trying to make sure everybody knows where to go if
And
they
share
need it.
that information,
Please,
folks.
yeah. If
Yeah.
you see it, share it.
Yeah.
You know, talk to again, talk to your neighbors, your friends, your family.
Share it with,
and-
especially legit people that put stuff out.
Yeah, there's a lot of there's some
Yeah.
fake news out there,
Yeah.
right? And some
Yeah.
some fear mongering, but
Fear mongering.
You know,
I like that
let's-
word, that expression.
Let's follow the
That
ones.
sounds nasty.
I know it does, right? But you know, the EMA office is
Yeah.
great. You know, about putting the information out there, what they receive, and you know, there's briefings and things. So just be weather aware. Just be ready. Get your weather radios ready, and charge your phones, and have those alerts set up. Post alert if
Yeah.
you don't have it.
Yeah, be prepared. We'll see y'all tomorrow.